Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Sagittarius and the coronavirus, aka COVID-19. And I want to elaborate and expound on what I'm saying in this video as far as Sagittarius and coronavirus goes. Basically, what we'll be talking about is the areas of life Sagittarius may be strongly impacted and affected due to this, and just their general, the way they may handle this as well, and etc. So anyway, well, first thing up is, well, Neptune is in Pisces still. So for Sagittarius, I mean, the fourth house is what's emphasized and highlighted. Neptune can be about this, can be connected with diseases, and Pisces, of course, reflect diseases that can't be eradicated or cured. And the fact that you're talking about the fourth house being emphasized and highlighted for Sagittarius is that this, whether Sagittarius contracts this or not, the home life and family is really what can be strongly affected due to this. I mean, this is a situation people have to understand that Sagittarius often likes to meander and wander around, and if they're really confined, this really can throw Sagittarius for a loop, and you can understand why their home life may actually be very impacted by this, more so than others, the other zodiac signs, I would say, on average. And it could be that a home or family member may contract this. It may be the less dominant parent, which is often the mother, or somebody that Sagittarius simply feels close to home with. It could also too, this could really strongly affect Sagittarius emotional security more so than usual, and also affect who Sagittarius may be and who they are at the core. This could really hit home, basically, for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is really so averse to anything negative or something that's going to be to their detriment, because they are so positive, expansive, and upbeat. And it could affect matters with roots and ancestry. And probably thinking, well, Edwin, what does that have to do with roots and ancestry? Well, if Sagittarius is confined more to the home because of this, they may be on their computer more, and they might be searching their roots and ancestry, and that is, of course, associated with the fourth house in astrology. Now, the next thing up, well, Pluto, of course, is still in Capricorn, so the second house is what will be emphasized and highlighted for Sagittarius. Pluto is associated with viruses. This could be a situation where this could impact Sagittarius's monetary situation more so than many. Second house is also associated with possessions and resources, and this could be something that might put a damper more on Sagittarius' self-worth and self-esteem. I mean, for this could be something where Sagittarius likes to, again, be very positive, expansive, and upbeat. They want to be able to express benevolence toward others, and they might, something like this, I could see putting Sagittarius in a very strong state of, frustration, and this could be a source of consternation and frustration for them, because they like to express their benevolence and be able to help others. And when if Sagittarius gets a friend or an acquaintance or somebody they know well that contracts this, I mean, it's a disease at this point that doesn't have a vaccine, can't be eradicated or cured, and it could be something that could really affect how Sagittarius feels about his or herself, because they may not be able, are going to be able to do anything in terms of helping the person as far as curing the actual ailment, or I should say, this virus. It can be something too where it also might strongly affect just the values of Sagittarius, a very serious level, since we are talking about Pluto being in Capricorn at this time. And this is something, and Capricorn can be about aging, old age, and really it maybe this affects Sagittarius as far as valuing their life and being able to experience life, but especially if this Sagittarius person happens to be at an older age, it might be something that they may value more so than many other people at this time. And anyway, well, next thing I want to talk about, as far as the sensitive areas for Sagittarius in terms of physically, as far as if they happen to contract this, what are they going to be, what's going to be felt, strongly in the physical body with Sagittarius? Well, Sagittarius is connected with the thighs and the hips, and the coronavirus can give body aches as far as symptoms go. So Sagittarius may experience some body aches in the thighs or the hips area, and it could also be, I mean, this could be something too, where Sagittarius, I mean, they are so, again, so expansive and upbeat. They are going to do, if they happen to get this, they're going to really try to block this out as much as they can, even though they do have it. They understand what they have to do in that case. But the thing about it is too, I wanted to also talk about as far as Taurus often falls on the sixth house cusp in a solar or natal chart for Sagittarius. So they could experience some symptoms that are Taurus related. It could be like getting a sore throat, might be affected, might be a sensitive area of the throat, having a sore throat, or coughing, something with, they might feel, get some kind of aches or pain in their neck area. Uh, Another thing I want to talk about as far as Sagittarius goes and how they may handle or deal with this in the event they would contract this, that Sagittarius can be the incorrigible optimist. They're very expansive, enthusiastic, and exuberant, and they will often stay very exceptionally positive even in the most adverse of circumstances. They can often express benevolence and give help to others during this time. And the thing is, they could be that pepper upper, so to speak, for even the most disconsolate people. At the same time, Sagittarius may not want to be around overly negative or pessimistic people during this time, because they want to be able to stay upbeat in this crisis situation, this pandemic that we are going through. But the thing about it is, this is where Sagittarius can be hurt strongly because Sagittarius does not like to be confined, and if there are stipulations at this time where Sagittarius might have to follow some kind of provisions, or have to stay inside at a certain time, there's a curfew that might be implemented. If there's, especially if there's a strong resurgence of this coronavirus, this could be something which would really be strongly to Sagittarius' detriment, because they are so outdoor oriented. They generally, out of all the zodiac signs, I would say they thrive on the outdoors more. And the thing is, Sagittarius also can have that wandering, meandering syndrome. They don't like to be physically pinned down. Gemini don't like to be mentally pinned down, or perhaps physically pinned down. Sagittarius, it's more strongly on a physical level. Sagittarius is often enamored with sports and adventure and exploration. So for them, I could understand why this could be something that could be very difficult. But if they are confined, they may find some way to do something sports related in their home, or work out vigorously. It could be exercising. It could be doing something like an activity Sagittarius related, like darts or target practicing. This is, or talking to others about their philosophies, their theories, their opinions. I had a Sagittarius rising friend, and I was a little bit shocked by what he said to me one time. He said, "Well, Eddie, um, if I was in a situation where I was confined, I could actually be adaptable to it, but I would like to have something sports related." And so I forgot what he said exactly. He said something about having a full basketball court in his home. So I guess in a way it wasn't that surprising. He said something sports related that he wanted to have in his home, but he said he could actually be adaptable to a situation where he would be more introverted and homebound. Now, another thing too is that Sagittarius may often, if they're in a situation, again, if they're confined for a prolonged period in their home due to this coronavirus pandemic, this could be something where Sagittarius could emphasize their higher education from home. If they might be taking like college like courses online. And if Sagittarius is involved in, say, the medical field, and they're dealing with patients that have contracted the coronavirus / COVID-19, they are ones that often explore many avenues to help them. Sagittarius is very benevolent. They will be ones that will often encourage, okay, let's get more rooms, let's make the rooms larger. Maybe we can make these hospitals a little bit bigger. We could add some tiers to it to expand things, because Sagittarius is synonymous, of course, with expansion. They have very expansive energy. They'll often encourage more beds, more tests, more testing equipment for others. So, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.